Hi everybody, it's Ms.Salazar speaking and welcome to Science. Today we're going to talk about design process again. Now the design process is a set of steps used to plan what something will look like or be like. And an engineer is a person who builds or operates an engine. Now the word engine means motor, and this is an example of an engine. And here you have the steps of the design process. First, you ask, then you imagine. The third step is plan, then create, and then improve. Okay? And you have this with you. Now let's talk about the types of engineers, and we already talked about this in the previous class. We have three types, we actually have more than three types of engineers, but right now we're going to focus on three types of engineers. We have a civil engineer, and this engineer builds roads and bridges. Now here we have a picture and it says this engineer designs robots. This is called a robotics engineer. And then we have a picture of a plane, and this engineer may work on airplanes or rockets, and this is called an aerospace engineer. Now let's look at step two, or part two, I should say. And this is the part where we apply the process, where we apply the design process. So we have this example and it's in your textbook. I think it's page 46. Now I'm going to summarize this for you. Here we have Kate, and Kate is walking her dogs. But the problem is that the leashes keep tangling and she can't walk her dogs when the leashes are all around her legs. So the problem is that the leashes always get tangled. Now, Kate needs to brainstorm ideas. She needs to come up with a way to solve this problem. Now let's see. She already wrote her ideas in her notebook. She brainstormed the ideas. She chose the best one. And now it's time to create. She already wrote what she was going to do. She already wrote her ideas. Now she's creating her project. She's creating her idea. She's making her idea come to life. So let's see. She decided to use tape, and it looks like she's taping these two leashes together, the red leash and the blue leash. You see? Kate chooses materials that are good for leashes, and she chose a tape. And it says, Kate follows her plan to make her new leash. The new leash may be the solution to her problem. So it looks like Kate wants to tape the two leashes together in order for them to stop tangling together. Now let's see. Now she's testing her project. So she knew that the problem was that the leashes were tangled. She wanted to solve the problem. She had all of these ideas. She wrote down her ideas on her notebook. She chose the best one. She chose the best idea. She planned how she was going to do it. She created her project, right? She taped the two leashes together. Now she's testing it. She wants to see if it actually works. And let's see. It says Kate will know the leash works if it does not tangle. Exactly. Now let's see. Kate thinks of ways to improve her new leash. She writes notes about how to make her design better. Exactly. So she is testing her design, and it looks like her leash works. By taping the two leashes together, it avoids the two leashes tangling. But look over here. My feet bumped the dogs as I walked. So she needs to make the leash longer in order for the dogs to have space to walk. But it does work. So the tape does help solve the problem. It does help solve the problem. And remember that the problem was that the two leashes were tangling and she couldn't walk. Now, this is your assessment. You're going to use the design process flowchart to summarize the design process. Now, the design process has 5 steps. Your summary should include 5 steps, but don't worry, we're going to do this in class. When you summarize, you say the most important things. Your summary is short, but it has everything you need to know. And parents, you don't have to send anything. Now, this is a video we will be watching in class. It's the rocket launch, just as I promised, and the space jump. Okay, everybody. Bye. See you in class.